going on, everybody, and welcome to part 4 of cool, unique details and secrets you missed in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Like I said, this is the 4th episode and it's probably going to be ending very soon as some of the details are now kind of coming to an end, but we still have at least some more for another video, maybe 2 if you guys can find more facts and details within this game. Now, please make sure you watch the other 3 videos because if you comment stuff that I've already covered, it will not be covered in the next video, so definitely make sure that you find some new, unique, and original ideas if you want to comment down below and be featured in the next video. But for the final thing, the only thing you need to do is leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Mario Bros. Wonder and Mario in general to 28 more secrets in Mario Wonder. First off, did you know you can take the Mumsies' heads off if you unravel them all the way without completely killing them? You can leave them without their heads and they'll still walk around without their head. It won't grow back or anything. They'll just walk, you know, the same way. They can't see, but I guess going back and forth is still simple without a head. In the bonus level Break Time Raise the Stage, it plays the bonus level theme from Super Mario Sunshine, which is an a cappella form of the original Super Mario Bros. Theme. This really wasn't a crazy secret at all, but it was just such a cool mechanic I just had to talk about it. If you ground pound this section of 2 question blocks and this regular block in the middle, it will drop a 1-up, and you can actually go underground and find that 1-up, and I think it's so cool how the 2 worlds are connected and how that mushroom started on this world and loaded into the other one, which is crazy to me. Did you know you also get special dialogue when you're invisible and fight Bowser Jr.? In each boss stage, he'll actually say something different and unique based on the fact that you're using the invisible badge. Take a listen. There's also special final boss dialogue, but I will say that for the last video if those of you that have not beaten the game yet and still want a little bit more time. If you go to the very first Wonder Token Tune stage and you sit there after completing the challenge, you will eventually get dialogue from the flower. I don't know if it's different ones, but this is definitely what I got.
Am I allergic to me?
Did you notice that the pump shooting the bloops out is actually a bullet bill cannon, just green? It even has a little skull on top of it. There's also a very funny piece of dialogue you can get from one of the flowers by grabbing this flower pot on the ground and bouncing this balloon 3 times. It'll then eventually drop a flower, and if you wait until a bloop knocks the flower off, he will first yell "ta-da!" and then as he falls, he'll come back and say this.
Ta-da! The sequel!
It's corny, it's really not that deep of a secret, but I thought it was hilarious. In the same stage, there's a Wonder event that blows you up into a balloon and is actually a reference to Balloon Mario from Super Mario World and kind of references Balloon Mario from Mario 64 DS. In Sunbaked Desert, there's actually a Cosmic Mario that will run and chase you and pretty much do exactly what you're doing on stage, and this is kind of a cross-reference. It does reference Super Mario Galaxy as there's Cosmic Races, where you race the cosmic version of yourself, and it does play the same theme song as well. Whee! 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 But the actual mechanic of the cosmic creature copying you comes from Mario 3D Land, where there's a Cosmic Mario that follows you throughout the level and pretty much does exactly what you're doing. So you can't stop or overlap your previous path, and we've seen something very similar to this with Captain Toad, where there was mummified Captain Toads that would follow you and do the same thing. Princess Peach and Daisy have different animations when it comes to the rest of the cast of holding the shell in between their legs. They're more ladylike, where they will actually hold it kind of in their lap with their legs holding it up on the outside of their dress. There's some pretty cool character animation sequences when Bowser touches the Wonder Flower at the beginning of the game. If you look closely at each character, they're all kind of doing a little something different. Luigi, being the scaredy cat that he is, actually tries to hide behind Blue Toad because he's terrified, and Blue Toad's just kind of standing there letting him do it. And on the other side, Daisy actually helps Toadette as she's about to fall over, and she catches her real quick and gets her balance, and Toadette's just kind of happy about it. It's actually a cute scene. Mario Wonder has a new slope jump mechanic where you will continue to be seated as you continue to go down more and more hills and gain speed. You actually won't pop up. And not only can you do this forward, but you can also do this backward. And you can continue momentum to continue sliding off of multiple slopes without ever standing up. In the stage Break Time Bouncy Tunes, it actually plays Mario Sunshine's Delfino Plaza theme. The game show in Fungi Mines actually plays the Mario Bros. 3 minigame theme. Real quick, this is actually making me incredibly frustrated. I know this song was actually brought back into a modern remix in some type of game show or quiz, but I cannot remember from where. No, I'm not talking about the mini games from Mario 64 DS, and I'm not talking about the slot machines from Super Mario Odyssey. It's something else, and I cannot figure it out. It's bothering me so bad. I'm gonna try to be corny and hum some of it because it's bothering me that bad, but it's like doon 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 I'm sorry, I need to know where this is from. An absolute gold star for whoever can tell me. Something tells me Paper Mario, but I just cannot remember what part. During the King Boo chase sequence, you'll notice some interesting stuff depending on where you're looking. If you're looking at King Boo, he'll actually still mumble the song and it will make the song sound all wacky and weird and messed up, but you will hear the other Boo that you're not looking at start singing as well. But if you face the Boo and not King Boo, you'll actually hear him sing in his full voice. When the Wonder event ends, King Boo will poof into one small Boo and you'll see the crown actually drop, which shows that it was just the Boo that transformed and he's the only Boo that will remain at the end. And that just opens the door for, yet again, another King Boo theory. Did you know that Malls will actually eat and spit out whatever you throw at them for the most part? For instance, if you throw a shell, it'll eat and spit it out, and even a fireball, and it will shoot it back out as a kind of beam of fire going in a horizontal straight line. And yes, the same thing works for the bubble flower. You can literally just keep feeding them bubbles endlessly and they'll keep eating them and they won't hurt you, which is pretty cool. Did you know that Yoshi can actually eat the melon piranha plants and be able to spit out a bunch of seeds, and he can even spit them straight up in the air as well? This is a direct reference to Yoshi's Island, where he can actually eat a watermelon and spit out the seeds in order to knock down the Yukikis from the trees. Obviously, you can see when it's raining, the rain drip off of the characters, but it goes a lot further than that. Not only can you see it on the structures and the platforms and the background, but you can see it also on like the items, like the elephant apple is just dripping and you can see the shininess from the water, and it actually happens with the coins and even Prince Florian himself when you stand idle and see his flower pop out. You can see his flower looks all wet and drippy now. Did you know the music changes depending on if you're moving or standing still? You'll hear a lot more instruments in the full theme when you're moving, but when you stop, you'll notice some of the beat and background elements of the song will stop as well. Take a listen.